Welcome to Time for 14. Today we're going to cover one of the phrases that I don't like. Because I did. That is so not a parenting style. But yet, I know people who use it as their parenting style. When I was their age, I did blah, 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 so it was okay. Or maybe the parent feels like a hypocrite telling their child no about something because they did it when they were that age. So I get it. I understand where you're coming from, but it's not right. We should want better for our children, and we should want more for them, and everything that's good we should want better for them. So when we were teenagers, if we snuck out and got grounded, then we shouldn't think it's okay for our teenagers to sneak out just because we did. For one, don't forget the part where we got grounded. And I've talked to some parents that don't want to ground their kid for doing that because they did it when they were a teenager. And it's like, yes, and then what happened? How did you, you knew it was wrong, but how was that enforced when you did it? It wasn't your parents saying, I understand because I snuck out. Then you've just given them a green light to sneak out again because they didn't get in trouble. Or even if you say, this is your one free pass. Why? Why should there be a free pass on doing something intentionally wrong that they knew was wrong and they did it anyway? Why should there be a free pass on that? Now, this is going outside. I know there are some circumstances where maybe a child feels peer pressure and they do something and then they feel horrible, and that's a whole different element to it. That has remorseful feelings already. I'm talking specifically about the intentional doing something that's wrong, that they know is wrong, and they're doing it a lot of the times because they know it's wrong, because they're pushing boundaries. And so when you say, well, I did it when I was a teenager, and you're not withholding that boundary, they're going to keep pushing to find out where that boundary is. And I'm going to tell you a story from one of my kids, and it was when they were much, much younger. So this isn't a teenage story, but it can show how natural it is for children and boundaries, right? So we've always had rules as the parents, and the children know what the rules are. And we have family members who have asked what our rules were. So when they're around our kids, they know what our kids expect as good behavior and bad behavior and limits. And the family members withhold that because they know this is good, right? And then we had one set of family members who wouldn't follow anything. I stopped telling them rules because they would listen to the rules just to not enforce them, to be the favorites by letting the kids break all the rules. So obviously, why would I keep telling you the rules if you're just going to use it against me? And it's different than spoiling. If you're spoiling a family member and you give them another cookie or something, but when you are deliberately learning the rules to let the kids go against them when they're in your care, that's not okay. Whole different boundary, family issue, whatever, that we've had to work through there. But my child at the time, who was very much a child age, I don't remember the exact age, but I want to say definitely elementary school, probably lower elementary school age, around there. And we had just been over for a visit, and my kid looks at me and they said, why don't they love me? And I was like, what do you mean? Of course they love you. They don't care what I do. My kid already knew that having boundaries, that somebody, giving them limits and telling them what things are bad and why, because we explained the rules as long as they were old enough to understand them. They knew that meant love. They felt cared for, that somebody cared about what they were doing. And to them, to their little innocent mind, the family member who was trying to become a favorite and spoiling them and not uphold the rules, to my child, this family member didn't care about them because they knew that setting limits was for their benefit, was done out of love. They understood all these things because we had so many talks. And if that's the first thing that comes to an innocent mind, then even a teenager who is trying to push the limits, trying to see what they can do, breaking out of the child type thing and pushing towards adulthood, it's still in there somewhere that the boundaries equal love. Because we know they do. Deep down somewhere, all of us know they do. When somebody leaves and you say, drive safe, it's not a nag. It's not, now you drive safe. It's drive safe because I love you and I care about you and I want to see you again. I want you to get safely. I don't want you to hurt. It's love. It's a boundary and it's love. So when our teenager is pushing the boundaries and we let the boundaries go because we had once pushed the boundaries and we understand that, do you think they feel loved? Especially if we tell them that we did it too and that we got grounded. So they're going to hear that when we were a teenager, we pushed the boundary, yet our parents loved us enough to hold us responsible, to have there be a consequence for our actions, to have there be a healthy boundary to keep us safe and to lead to our ultimate good. And then we're telling them, but we're not going to do that for you. I mean, that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying when we let them just do things because we had done things. I've done really, really stupid things that I don't want my kids to do. I don't want them to have to hurt like I did. I want better for them than that. So then we have these talks. And I don't just limit it to me. Like, here's things that my brother did. Here's things that my friends did. And here's why these were bad. And this is where that decision led, or this path that led. So it's not a lecture and it's not a nag. It is including understanding in decisions and encouraging them to think beyond whatever rebellion they might feel in the future. And then, hey, I get it. You want more autonomy. You want more, to feel like an adult. So let's do that in a healthy way. What can we do for you to feel that in a healthy way? And I'll tell you what I need from my standpoint as mom before letting you have a little more of that. Or maybe they're already there. Excuse my dog that barked. But it's a discussion. It's never just because I did. Let them know you care. Love is healthy boundaries. Love is letting them see what their decisions lead to. It's so much safer for them to see that with you than in 10 or 15 years when they're out on their own. No one's ever going to love them like you do.